If you're looking for a home which is at the brink of the end of civilization and there's nothing beyond this point, then you come to the right address. Come on in.
It's my house.
That's why end of civilization.
That's it. Welcome everybody. Bruce, we've compared my house to many other houses, haven't we?
Yep, it's been the benchmark, the measuring stick.
Yeah. And I think the reason for that is mainly because they had so many similarities. That's the main thing in a lot of them. But anyways, today we're in Whispering Falls, Maple Ridge, at my personal house, just shy of 6,000 square feet on 1 acre, just over 1 acre, backing onto Kanaka Creek. My kids go to Webster's Corner Elementary, just down the street. Amazing neighborhood. If you're into outdoors, I shoot my bow in the backyard. We have McNutt or Blue Mountain just up the street, so I literally take my dirt bike and go up there. So if you're into indoor outdoor living, and as he said, the edge of civilization, so I have city water but on septic, so it's literally the edge, but I'm like 5-10 minutes from the grocery store, etc. This is a great location. So
If you're looking to know why this person actually bought in here and why it also works for a person like me, extrovert, introvert, let's take you on a tour.
okay, let's take
go.
a look. We start off here. Roshan, can you tell what my hobbies are?
Well, if you cannot guess from what you look around over here, then guess, let me give you some clues. That is a dead animal. This one, unfortunately, was trying to kill him, so he's dead. Now,
so-
that one probably wanted to sit on him, so he made sure that he's sitting on it.
That's right. That's my dog's actually my favorite place for my dog to hang out. This obviously is my office and my bit of my man cave. As you can see, I do a lot of photos, videos, editing. I do all my coaching calls, all that other stuff that I have for my businesses. So I have 3 screens here. Because it gets so bright in the morning, like out this window, as you can see, there's, I usually try to keep it down, but today we're doing our photo shoot for selling it, so it's open. Out this window though, that way, that's north, so that way it's gonna be east, so you get a ton of light coming in throughout the mornings and so on and so forth. So that's why I have a light up here. But I got the TV mount, everything's already ready to go. Awesome little office space, can't complain. And notice, listen, I don't really drink much, neither do we, but today's a listing day, so
Today's a
we
listing
figured.
day, so cheers to that.
Cheers.
And cheers to y'all. If you're continuing with this, please grab a drink of your choice. Bubblies is fine. Come on with this.
All right, so the main reason I bought this house is because obviously part of it, I was thinking about moving out further on and a much bigger acreage because I just kind of like that little bit of that seclusion. If you can see here, so first of all, these ceilings are about 30-foot ceilings. I don't know if you can pan all the way up there. Yeah, they're way up there. And if you see that little dot in the middle, that's my 11-year-old son's best friend threw a piece of clay up there and got stuck. So that's extra, okay? Or I might throw it in with the sale of the home. But the reality is I just love this big, I feel like I'm indoor, outdoor, like you can see through the back. So that's a setback back there, but my actual acreage goes back past Kanaka Creek. So there's swimming holes back there. During the summer, my kids are always in that water. We got little waterfalls, all that kind of stuff. So there's a little path that we go down. But I feel like I'm kind of outdoors. It's almost like camping in here. So it's got this big open air space. But at the same time, and you guys will see a little bit later, it's livable, right? So I love the feeling. I feel like I genuinely, because I have no neighbors on that side, no neighbors on that side, no neighbors behind us, and the neighbors across the street are up a hill and can't really see anything. So I could literally be walking butt naked in the back, and I've never done that, I promise, but I could be walking butt naked in the back and nobody would ever see.
We trust you on that.
Yeah, which is kind of awesome. But I'm surrounded by greenery, right? Like you can literally feel like you can go out and touch the forest there, right? So my friend that actually built this home, we had it sort of custom built. He built it and then we did a whole bunch of finishes to it. He literally is my neighbor as well. So if anything goes wrong, I just throw a rock at him, and you can do that too. He's a super nice guy. If he ever watches this movie, he'll tell you that. I'm just joking, but he is a super nice guy. But yeah, we have the indoor-outdoor fireplace. The whole thing for me, because I love being in the country, I love to escape. I'm in the city all the time working. I'm dealing with people all the time. When I come here, if you follow me on social media on anything, you'll see outside. That's probably on my social media more than anything else because I'm smoking a cigar, right? So this is kind of like that escape, right? So yeah, it's nice. So what are your thoughts, man? Because obviously I'm 100% biased.
Well, absolutely. He is absolutely unbiased, okay, as you might know. But what I really like about this property, because we've seen so many out there in the market, is as soon as you come in, there is that openness and the airiness about it. It has this class and finesse, okay? What I would really like to do is actually conceal this place and make it a built-in with the same color shading, which would be great, and that is something which is easy fix. I have an office, so somebody who actually would like to work out of their home, this is easy access. They don't have to go into your house completely, just off the office space, have your meetings, get everything done. And then the flow of this property resonates with me as an introvert. Why? Because every window that I look out, I have greenery, I have peace. They always say, walk on the green grass without your shoes in the morning, and that's good for you. The same thing for your eyes.
Yeah.
When you come here, it calms you down. The reason for the drink is just to chill. You have your dining area, wonderful modern lighting on the top. The ceiling height, yes, it makes it feel so airy, so nice. You have your living space, and now let me take you into the best part of this home, which I'm pretty confident this man cooks outdoors but not indoors. So come with me.
It's true. I mainly barbecue outside. That's true.
He mainly barbecues outside, but for me, this is where the money is. Because for anybody who's buying a home, one of the most important decisions in their purchase is their kitchen. So if you look at this kitchen, the amount of cabinet storage you have, firstly, it's classy. You have a nice island for morning breakfast. You have an additional table which you can put in there. You have a center sink. Your prep area is very done, neat and tidy. Now this excites me because this is an industrial grade thermodor cooking range. It has a smaller oven, larger oven, almost your commercial ventilation kind of a hood.
Yeah,
which
just to throw that in, it is all commercial grade. It's part of the commercial package. When we actually got this originally, my builder was extremely upset. So all the other houses he's built up here, the custom homes there, they don't have the thermidor ranges except for his. Yeah, I was pretty blessed and lucky enough to be able to get that. I literally use one burner.
So I know which one he's using because it's very clear. But for a person like me who loves to cook, and actually I do not mind coming back and making you some Indian food out here.
Perfect.
Because the BTU on this, the heat source on this, you can literally make the Chinese cooking, how you have it take out wok, that heat source and heat level is going to be the same or similar. So it's not that it may not be for a person who's buying this house would sit over here and cook, but if you have guests and entertaining and you get in your private chef, he will appreciate this much more and he will give you that amazing food at the right temperature that you want.
And the crazy thing is, so it's obviously all gas. So the entire package, like including the fridge and everything, right? It's all push touch. The entire package is all thermidor. The only thing that really isn't thermidor, to be honest, is the microwave, the inverter microwave. The funny thing is, I don't drink fancy coffees, but I drink a lot of coffee. I drink black coffee and I drink espressos, right? But this machine right here will make you mocha latte, like the craziest thing. And to be honest, like if you guys want to Google it, the price of these things are ludicrous. Like if it didn't already come in the entire package, right?
You wouldn't go out and buy
Never would I have ever bought it. However, now, the fact that I have it, I tell you, guarantee you, my next house, I'm gonna have one just like it. All you're doing is pressing the button. You can choose. Like I said, personally, I don't have the Frappuccino, Macchiato, whatevers. Those aren't my thing. But it does all of them once a week. So every 2 or 3 days, you gotta clean out like the grinds and stuff. All I do is put beans, whole beans. It grinds it every single time. So the coffee, like my stepmom and dad come over to watch the kids or whatever, and it's their favorite thing. They're literally playing with this thing 24/7. They've made like the 100 different types of drinks. So funny enough, this would have been the very last thing I would have bought until I actually owned one.
and that's very important because generally, like you rightly said, that it is one of those things which you would not have bought otherwise. It's something which you need to experience, something when people come home and they want a drink. This is not all the time that you're going to drink a scotch. You need somebody with a coffee. You're meeting somebody for an appointment. Somebody comes home and they want something. That is super handy. And of course, when you are at a price point where you want luxury,
I mean, we're selling it for 2.7 million, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's not cheap.
So then at that point, it is more of what will you not compromise on? This is one of those things which you wouldn't compromise on. Secondly, when we talk about a refrigerator,
you can just press the button and it opens.
I press the button and it opens. The size on this one is massive. And this is perfect for someone, if you can see this size, for someone who really likes entertaining or has a bigger family or is living at the end of civilization, needs to go only once back to the city to buy something and store it. This is the one for you.
And the funny thing is, like, the gym that I go to is in Poco. It takes me about 27, 28 minutes to get there. But it literally is like, so this is technically Webster's Corner, Whispering Falls, right? So Wannock, this is 261st. Wannock is 272nd. I've sold probably a dozen homes in that area. Beautiful area, but just from there to here saves a little bit of time. I have a corner store, the Webster's corner store, that my kids scooter up to and go buy like treats and stuff like that. So this is the first time I've owned obviously multiple homes over the years. This is the first time where I literally know every single one of my neighbors. Like we were just talking, one of the guys on our real estate team, just in case you didn't know, we're business partners and work together. One of the guys on our real estate team, his girlfriend lives 2 doors up. I get a call from him saying, hey, your dog's here. So Teddy, my lab, literally escaped and ran up to go play with their lab. So the community here is absolutely amazing. They watch out for each other, very low to no crime. It's something that, yeah, I love this area for sure. And it's central comparatively to like what it feels like Mission or further out kind of thing, right? But you have that feel without actually having to be all the way out there, which is nice.
And one other thing which you rightly pointed out with regards to the crime is this is a very premium area. But that's something which needs to be understood. You are in a premium area, you're getting a lot more value for your money. In this market, 2.7, this particular 1 acre in this area is pretty competitive for what you're getting. Especially, think about it this way, right now we are in summer.
Yeah.
And like you rightly pointed out that your kids could go down, there is a waterfall, there's a stream flowing by.
There's horseback riding, people walk riding.
So technically, you have all of those amenities at your doorstep in your own yard. Now that, for some people, is very important, especially for a person who's outdoorsy.
Yeah.
For me, what I love, come with me, is this. I'm one of those guys who would take a drink, take a book, read, sit, relax, listen to the birds chirping. That's who I am. And this is the perfect for outdoor and indoors. A lot of people think about the further out you are, the bigger acreage you have, there are a lot more things you need to do outdoors. And you need to have an outdoor lifestyle. It's not actually true, because when you sit here and you're relaxing or talking to your family or having friends and family sitting out here with a nice fireplace and cozy, with that as a backdrop, with no neighbors around, isn't that as private can be?
For myself, that's one of the main reasons. Like you can see, we have the indoor-outdoor fireplace here, right? Which I use all the time. I don't actually. I have a fire pit that I put down here, to be honest, but this thing is awesome. The funny thing is I've never used it, but they completely wired up here to have like an outdoor TV. So you could have an outdoor TV. Like for me, like Bruce, if you just flop around, that is what kind of sold it for me. Right? That right there is, you're just in nature without having to be in nature. There's no neighbors. You have the ultimate privacy, right? Like for me, and the big windows make you feel like you're out here, even inside, right? It's huge to me. Now, that being said, I'm gonna warn whoever's gonna buy this place next, properties come with work, right? The bigger the property, this is almost 6,000 square feet, it's work. You got about a half an acre of usable space. So I'm out there cutting the grass on my ride on, which I actually super enjoy, smoking a cigar. That takes, 3-4 hours, but you're really becoming part of that property. It's an experience, right? For me, I'm always go with work. Like we're running the team, the brokerage, marketing company, like all these coaching company, all these other things. When I come home, I just want to unplug and do nothing and zone out. And people like to meditate. The only thing, if I was staying here, the only thing I would add, and if you're going to buy this place, I highly recommend it. So we're going to either put a hot tub up here. It's already stabilized for it. But I would personally put a sauna up here and a cold plunge, like one of those barrel saunas. And just down over there in the corner, we got trampolines and all the kids. We were actually gonna build out a big fire pit and outdoor barbecue. You got all the space in the world to do it. If I was staying here, that's 100% what I would be doing. But anyways, come back on in. I'll show you the rest. We come on down. I got the big walk-in pantry.
Oh, thank you. I'll take that.
Yeah, this is pretty much where most of my friends come to grocery shop, including my listing agent. You can ask her, she'll tell you. And yeah, tons of space. I mean, it's all lit up. It's very well thought out. I mean, this is a 12-foot island. I generally, when I'm here without my kids on my week off with no kids, my girlfriend and I are usually eating dinner right there, right? So it's an actual workable island. A Thermador dishwasher, which I live by. This is all, as you can see, matching. It's all the exact same stone throughout. So it's thought Thermidor grill, as we talked about before. Full glass back panel, which I thought is pretty cool. I haven't seen that before. But why I actually like this, the funny thing is so much easier than cleaning like tile or grout. So the only thing I'm not going to show you guys today is my 3-car garage, just because there's too much stuff in there right now. This is the guest washroom. This is the only non-full bath. This is the half bath. Okay, so you got the floater sink, so on and so forth. What I actually really liked about this, to be honest, is the fact that it's so far away from the kitchen that when people come to the washroom, it's so much easier than like, it's more private.
There is a mudroom out here, and if you're a dog lover or your kids need a quick shower, this is a spot for it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so you have a place to keep hang all your stuff, and let's get into another zone of your house.
You know, the cool thing
downstairs.
about that's the suite downstairs. So this was built out as an in-law suite. So to be real, it's technically not legal. You could make it legal pretty easily. We put all the stuff that's required for it. But let's turn left first. So you could make this a 3-bedroom suite if you just close that door, right? Or what we did here originally, it was a movie room. So it's pre-wired. You can see all this stuff. It's a little bit dark in here right now, but it's pre-wired for a movie room. So before we moved out a bunch of the stuff, we had the couches, the big TVs, we had everything in here. So it could be a gym. As you can see, we have a Peloton here. It can be a movie room. It could be a kid's playroom, whatever it is. Or if you wanted to make it a 3-bedroom suite downstairs, you could do that as well. I don't want to lie to you. It's between the suite itself, which is the perfect in-law suite, is between 16 to 1,800 square feet, something along those lines. So it's absolutely massive, completely self-contained. You have your own entrance and exit just over there. And because of the slope of the grade of the point that the house is on, it's actually above ground, this port, which is nice. So you get a lot of natural light. You have your own deck. You're looking into the jungle, all that jazz. It's pretty cool. Come into the kitchen. So just to explain, so that's a huge living room. Like the amount of furniture that was in here before and the TV setup and everything was crazy. We didn't skimp out. It's the exact same finishing on the kitchen here as it is upstairs. The only difference is this is an LG package, not obviously Thermidor, but everything and anything you could possibly need. Cool thing is, Mac's father-in-law, was a huge tea drinker. So it's actually hot water on demand. So you just press the button and it goes steaming hot water. So if you're into tea, it's a cool thing.
No, absolutely. I am into tea, so that's a good feature. But remember something, this is for your in-laws. So when you live with your in-laws, they have their own space, they have their own privacy, whereas you upstairs have your own space. Now you don't need to accommodate them or have them, but it's a choice that you can make, and there is more than enough space for you all to.
And if you wanted to rent this, because it is so big, you're probably looking at between $2,500 to $2,700 a month, because it is bigger than 90% of the townhouses out there. So you can just kind of come outside here. So they have a full living space, concrete deck. Like you said, you can see it is above ground here because of the slope.
This is going to be bright because this is southwest. So although it is covered, the advantage is of course the rain, and which it rains in Vancouver quite a lot. However, it's the southwest, you will always have light. So this zone, you can sit out and really enjoy it more than it just being there to access and exit.
Yeah, and so the cool thing is, because we're in the middle of nowhere, as you pointed, but we're not really, what does tend to happen here and there, because we don't have, just a kind of little bit of a background. So this, as I mentioned earlier, is on city water, so you never have to worry about well, you never have to worry about anything. Because it is half acre, it's still metered. So it's over a half acre, it's still metered, but it's on septic. So the septic is a sandfield septic, which is basically, or sandhill, septic, which is the top of the line system. And it's designed specifically for the amount of toilets. It's over-designed for it. But when we moved in here, there was some crazy winter storms and all of the power is above. And because the power is above, there was sometimes Wanik may go out for 5 or 6 days of power, like no power. Right? So obviously 5 or 6 days, food starts going bad, everybody's freezing their butts off, it's not the greatest. So funny enough, when we moved in here, 3 or 4 months later, we had one of these big snowstorms or whatever, and we lost power for 3 days. I'm like, that's not gonna happen again. So we invested in the biggest Generac for public homes that you can do. So literally when the power goes out, and most of the homes, I would say 50% of the homes over here have generators, but the other 50, when the power is out, I'm literally cooking, lights on, watching movies, doing full laundry cycles. Literally, it will power the entire house plus some. On top of that, just because while I'm on the actual utility portion, outside where my trailer is, we actually have full power running all the way to the trailer. So if you have, it's a 30 amp breaker out there. So we literally had, you know, a 56-foot motor home that was out there getting charged the entire time. It's already built in, all part of the grid, everything's kind of good to go. So not only you have generator, not only do you have that, but when we bought the place, we also made sure that there's AC. So the AC throughout the house. Cool thing about this place is when you have an in-law suite, you know, we are on concrete, so it's cooler ground. Obviously, we put on the laminate flooring. So as you can see the vents above, it's full heating from our high efficiency furnace. But to add during those cold months and make sure there's some warmth on the heat, we put in electrical baseboards throughout the place as well. So they have a separate heating source other than what we're just plugging upstairs. And you gotta remember, when you have a 3-story bigger home, all the heat kind of rises, right? So to make sure that you have some here, it's nice. So room number 1, these are huge rooms. Don't mind this mess. At the end of the day, this will be AI'd in the picture. But you can see it's starting to get a little bit darker out right now. But every room that we have is wired for TV, power, the whole 9 yards. Like this is a pretty massive, he had a king size bed here and it's still had tons of room, right? So come on this way. Got a bit of a hallway here that he had a whole bunch of art in and everything. We come down here, a second bedroom. Once again, it's huge, right? Like these are all primary size bedrooms. So, you know, if you had 2 kids and you put 2 in here, you could put 2 queen size beds in here without an issue, without no problem. You guys will see the floor plans anyways. We come into over here we'll go into the washroom first. So there's a stacker washer dryer. Like I said, everything's been plumbed in, so it's a completely separate suite. All of it's pretty much brand new. The house was built in 2019. You come into there, then you have shower. Once again, you can notice that pretty much all the amenities are pretty much the same as upstairs. So we didn't cheap out and put the father-in-law in a dumpy suite. So renting this is gonna be no issue. Or if you have your family here, what better, built-in babysitters, you know what I'm saying? Then right here we have obviously our power. And here is the furnace room. The furnace isn't running right now, the AC is because it's a little bit warmer. High efficiency furnace for the entire thing. If you wanna go just around the corner, you'll see on-demand hot water, which is awesome. And what I personally did was, and this is actually, I did this maybe 4 years ago, is sometimes we get those cold snaps for 5 or 6 days, you know what I mean? Where it goes -5 to -10 kind of thing. And even though they have the anti-frost water, because we have a bunch of hoses, 3 hose bibs out there, they would always bust. As soon as they pop, you have running water going. So what I've actually done is I've created shutoffs for every single one of the outside water sources. So winter comes, I just pop those on, I just open them up, drain it out, and you never have an issue again. So it's pretty awesome. All right, come on upstairs. We'll start with my oldest son's room. So all of the bedrooms have their own bathrooms and their own walk-in closets. So if we come into here, you can tell that's a boy's closet. Can you see in there?
Oh, yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, so walk-in closet here. That's a queen size bed behind him or behind you, and you can see there's still a ton of room. This is my dog's favorite place to look out the window. He literally looks up and looks outside the entire time. I can feel the air conditioning coming through right now. Then we walk in, there's his bath/shower, full setup. If you notice, this one has vaulted ceilings too, so all the bedrooms pretty much have that as well. So this is...
She makes you do it, so that's fine.
Yeah, this is, I remember showing a couple homes and I'm like, oh man, this reminds me exactly like mine, right? So I got side-by-side laundry, obviously, a bunch of space to hang stuff. I do jujitsu and hunting and all that other stuff, so I love hanging my gis or my jeans and all that stuff out here. Tons of storage. Actually, kind of a cool thing. To be honest, I never used it though, but it actually has, we just threw a bunch of stuff in, it has 2 slide out things. So if you want to put your kids' laundry, if you tell them to put in this or that, they can do that, which is kind of cool. We walk into my youngest son's.
It is great because if you have 2 boys or 2 girls, connects through the bathroom to the other room.
Yeah.
Now this is basically a queen size bed You could push in a king.
No problem, yeah.
That'll be absolutely no problem. There's tons of storage space out here. The walk-in closet is right
Well,
there.
check out this lock. It's almost like a separate room.
Yeah, exactly.
Bruce, it's like your first condo.
Must be nice up in here.
Yeah, and this is perfect for growing up girls because they will have a lot of stuff to put in here.
Yep.
When you come across from the bathroom,
The Jack and Jill, yep.
just the Jack and Jill.
Just Jack.
Just Jacks for now, but it could be Jill and Jill. But here is where your space is. This is what you would be looking at if you had 2 girls, 2 boys, and you wanted them to
Yeah.
have their own separate.
And to be honest, this has been our like guest bedroom the whole time. So like when we had friends sleep over or whatever, we had a bed in here, we had a bunch of stuff, another big walk-in closet. And then it's hard to see because we have the blinds on all of them. That's actually one thing that we did install. And if you guys get this house or any house, I highly recommend them. I love these because they're basically, you get half light, or you roll them all up, you get full light, or you do it in a way where it becomes completely blackout.
Yeah.
These shades are pretty awesome. I love these ones.
Yeah.
But anyways, you still have full view here as well.
So now to where the action happens. Come on.
Sometimes.
So this is the primary bedroom. It's self-explanatory. You don't need me to explain how this works or anything what happens here. But this is what I want to talk to you about. Come on out here. You have your own private oasis of your primary bedroom. Just imagine this. You, your loved one, sitting over here, sipping early morning coffee, tea with breakfast. Now picture that with the birds chirping. I don't know whether you can hear it, but there is a stream flowing by with the sound of the stream. You're not just paying for the home. What you're paying for is your own tranquility. And this space of the deck of the primary bedroom gives you that. And that's why this is the best spot. Sorry, this is the second best spot after the kitchen for me in this house.
For me, like we had a nice little couch and outdoor table and stuff. And yeah, that's what we used to have. We used to drink coffee in the morning. You don't have to wake the kids up. You can put like a nice little espresso machine on the side of the bed or whatever, something like that. And you're literally just out here having a coffee, watching the sun basically come up, listening to and especially like after the heavy rains right now, you can hear the creek, because that's Kanaka Creek that runs through the property. You can hear the creek in the background. I mean, it's further down, so it's a bit away. But after like torrential rains or it comes down, it's roaring, and it's the coolest thing to hear. And then we have literally owls come out here. You can hear the birds 24/7. It's really that getaway oasis without a doubt. And the cool thing is, like I said, the kids' bedrooms are on the other side. So really, you don't have to wake them up. You can just have a coffee here, come outside, and have a morning relaxation before the whole world turns upside down. You know what I mean if you have kids.
That he said how he really enjoys this space and how he has enjoyed it. Let me tell you where he really does not have space. Let me show you that spot. If I was in a different attire, I would really enjoy this bathtub, but right now I'm not in that attire, so let's not talk about it. But think about this. You have had a long day of work. Now, for a guy like me, this is not my spot. Come here. This is because I can literally make sure that I do not slip. I'm not hitting the walls. There is 15 different. Don't freaking turn on the light. Don't shower. I can see you trying to do that now. Don't do that, but oversized, but most practical that you could get.
You have 4 jets, 2 overhead, and 1 handheld. So you literally, the whole family can shower together when the kids are super young. And even right now, like the kids use my shower. They don't even though they have their own showers, they never use it. They're always in here. And for me, like even with this, like paintings are beautiful, don't get me wrong. But then if you look out here, it looks like a painting. It doesn't even look real, right? So when I come in here, funny enough, I don't take a lot of baths. I train quite a bit. And when I train, I take Epsom salt baths. So literally this thing is something that a dude my size still fits in no problem. And 2 people even better fit in here, no problem. So which is also good, right?
Yeah,
tried and tested. And then we got the washroom just on the other side with the closed door. I think we talked about this in one of our other videos. Obviously that's nice to keep whatever happens in there, right? But big glass window, overhead lights, tons of lighting, tons of vacuum. It steams up. Well, when my kids are in here, sometimes they're showering for an hour, but it steams up and it gets sucked up pretty quick, so it's good to go in there. But yeah, very usable bathroom. And I really like the 24 by 24 tiles that run up, a little bit of accent wall that they painted on the original. I personally like the style. It's kind of like the modern country.
So this is built for somebody who likes class, but also likes to go on the wild side and enjoy nature the way it's supposed to be enjoyed.
The wild side. I like
side.
that. The wild side.
Exactly.
You should note that, the wild side.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the tour of the home, my home. It is hitting the market next week, so this YouTube video, it will be on the market when this YouTube video comes out. If you're wanting some additional questions or you want us to come do a walkthrough video through your listing. Generally speaking, I don't usually do videos of my own places, but because Bruce, you and I have done so many videos.
He wants me to say it. If you have something to brag about, you should brag about it, isn't it? That's exactly what he wanted to do.
No, not at all.
But jokes apart, if you are looking at truly getting more eyeballs on your listing and to get you the price or the value that your property really deserves, you reach out to us. Send us a DM in the comments below, and we will reach out to you and schedule a call.
And if you're wanting to do a personal tour, if this is a place you're interested in maybe moving into, I've loved this home. My kids have loved this home. It's time for us to move on to something a little bit different for various different things. We're looking forward to the next chapter, but we're also sad to see this home go because it's been an amazing home to us. So if you're looking to, adopt the home that we've loved over the last 6 or 7 years, reach out and I'll connect you to our realtors because I don't personally sell my own properties, just like you shouldn't. And I'd love to be able to connect you and you can get a private tour yourself.
And if you want a real estate partner for yourself who knows what they're doing in terms of their marketing, in terms of everything else, like we have done just now, explaining every single detail and explaining this to a potential buyer, you have our contact information in the description below. Reach out to us. We'll be happy to see how we can strategize to get you top dollar.
And if you don't, make sure you still subscribe, like, comment. What else do they got to do?
Yeah, subscribe, like, comment, and e-transfer.
That's my favorite part.
Thanks, Bruce. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Until next
Peace.
time. See you next time.